ever since I've known you, since we first started knowing each other, you was always adamant on, you know, brothers going to classes and stuff like that. And then I remember recently you texted me after we hadn't spoken in a while, just kind of both got busy with life, and you messaged me to ask how I am and stuff. And one of the probably the second question you asked me was, how are your studies going? Are you still studying? Why is it that it's so important to you that people are studying? Why is it so important to you that and that a person has to actually go to study as well? Like, why can they not just read books themselves? Why is that important to you?
I think it's a very good question, bro. Firstly, why try to do with brothers at all times? Because we all say like we love each other for the sake of Allah and stuff like that, right? But the reality is, what that means is that you love that person's iman. You love that person only for the fact that they are Muslim and they have iman. They believe in Allah. They believe in His angels, His messengers. You have that commonality. And if you don't ask those brothers, how is your iman? How's your studies? How's your relationship with Allah? And you're not checking them up on that, then do you truly love that person for the sake of Allah or not? Because you might ask a person, oh, by the way, you got a new house. How's the new house? You got a new car. How's the car? You got a baby. How's the baby? But what about their deen? What about their akhirah? That's the thing that you claim to love them for that sake, right? You claim to love them for the sake of Allah and for their akhirah. But that's what you need to ask. That's why I find it quite important to ask brothers, are you studying? How's your iman? How's this? How's that? You were going through, you know, your iman was dipping a little bit. How is it now? Have you improved? What can I do to help? Kind of thing. So it's important to ask. And the reason I ask if you're still studying and why it's important to study with a teacher is that if you're reading just books, a book is not going to correct you. You might read something and you'll completely misunderstand it. The book is not going to tell you that you've understood this wrong. But a teacher is going to guide you through it. You're going to get stuck on some places and you can ask someone, your teacher, your mentor, how do I do this? And even if you look at, bro, I'm pretty sure you've looked into this and come across this, businesses and stuff like that and entrepreneurship, they all say you need to, they emphasize on having a mentor. They all emphasize on it. So why would you not have a mentor for the thing that matters most to you, which is your deen? This is your capital. If you don't have a mentor who's going to guide you and who you're going to learn from constantly, you're not going to see, you're seeing them worship, you're seeing them deal with other people, you're seeing them teach, you're seeing them do dhikr, you're seeing all of these things and how it's done, and this has all been passed down from tradition, from the time of the Prophet ﷺ to students, to their students, to the Salaf, to the, all the way down to our teachers, is being passed down. And that's the beauty of Islam, that is being passed down in this way. So it's important to sit with the teacher, because sometimes, bro, like you might be, your iman might be feeling low, but then you go to your teacher's class and just hearing the voice of your teacher, subhanAllah, it can have an effect on you. For me personally, it does. Like if I'm feeling low, I'm like, you know what, let me catch up on some of my classes or something. Some of them are online, so let me go and catch up on that. The moment I hear my teacher's voice, subhanAllah, he doesn't even have to, it's nothing imani, he's not even saying anything that's like imani, but the fact that I hear his voice, it all rushes back to me. Like everything I've studied with him, everything I've done with him, the stories he's told us, all the impacts that he's had on us, just his voice, I I link that to like iman, to Islam, where I've learnt my deen from. So it has a huge impact. I don't know if it's like this for other people, but from what I remember, Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah, he used to say that whenever him and the other of his companions and his friends, the other scholars of the time, when they would feel low, they would go to Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, and he would uplift them. Seeing him speak would uplift them. Their iman and their worries and their doubts, everything would disappear. And for me, having a teacher is like that as well. For me, that's what my teacher does, which is very important to have that kind of connection, I believe. And I think everyone needs to have that kind of like mentor and teacher to benefit from.